Well, this morning we have something of a strange verse. I could have missed it out, but that would be cheating in a way. So let me read the verse to you. It's a summary of the genealogy of Jesus Christ. Matthew 1 and verse 17. So all the generations from Abraham to David were 14 generations. And from David to the deportation to Babylon, 14 generations. And from the deportation to Babylon to the Christ, 14 generations. And then we go on to the account of the birth of Jesus Christ. So here's a summary verse. What do we make of it? 14, 14, 14, three 14s. In total, 42 generations from the first promise to Abraham to the arrival of the Messiah. Over 1,500 years of prophetic utterances. But he came. And I suppose one big lesson is God keeps his promise. Although there are 42 long generations and many pondering and wondering what the culmination would be, eventually the Christ came. God keeps his promise. And if you are one who's seeking the reality of Christmas, what's it all about? I'm telling you, it's about Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who came into the world to save sinners. And there's a promise in the Bible. You will seek him and find him if you seek him with all your heart. So it's a long time coming, but God keeps his promise. You keep seeking the Lord and you will find him. But there's more here as well. 3 14s. Why 3 groups? I suppose it would aid remembrance and memory and repetition. But there were 3 distinct phases. From the first promise to Abraham, there was a period of increasing promises, the age of the patriarchs and of the judges of Israel. And then came the golden era of King David himself, and the kings, David and Solomon and good King Uzziah, Hezekiah, Josiah, a real golden period for Israel. And then another 14 generations, the time of the deportation and restoration and a general decline into ordinariness. But the Christ came. Many of our lives, we can picture different phases. And perhaps now in that latter phase, there's the excitement of youth, there's those wonderful then middle ages, the golden period, then that slow, steady decline. But the end of it all for the believer is an encounter with Jesus Christ himself. Our God is the end of our journey. God keeping his promises, Christ at the end of the first Advent, the end of that period of the Old Testament, Christ appears. For myself as a Christian now for 44 years, encountering Christ, going on with him. But Christ himself is the end of my journey. Make sure you find him. Make sure you continue with him. Never give up. And the glory is yet to come. Meeting him and being with him forever.